Sutava. Jigrahe Parusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadivi Sambhotam Sodash Kalam Adav Lokas Srikshaya. So Sutta Jigrahe Parusham Rupam. In the beginning, Lord accepted the three Purusha avatara, in which what he has done is Mahad Adibhi. It means Mahad Tattva. Sambhutam showed us he was with 16 Kala energies. Adav Lok Siksha, it means for the purpose of creation of this material world. Sutta said in the beginning of creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all ingredients for material creation. And thus at first there was the creation of the 16 principle of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universe. So Siksha Kala, Srila Prabhupada is saying 16 elements of creation is of two types. What are the two types of creation? Primary Sarga by Vishnu. Primary creation is called Sarga, which is by Lord Vishnu. And who creates 16 elements? So this creation is 16 elements. Secondary creation is by Brahma, who creates the other living entities. So primary creation is of 16 item, that is called Saudashkar. This is the meaning Prabhupada has taken, okay? What are these 16? It is in the purport. 5 grass elements, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 working senses and mind. How much are they? 16. Okay? I think sometimes there is a 5 knowledge acquiring senses and 5 the object of senses. Object of senses. We'll see quickly. So Chakravarti Pad writes, first of all, Supreme Lord accepted the form of eternal first Purusha, full like moon in creating the universe. Full like moon means having 16 kalas. Moon is said to have 16 kala. 15 days it goes one less, then it becomes bright, black. Then again 15 days it goes, and on 16 it becomes full. So his moon is called 16 kala. Moon is called 16 kala because every day as the portion increases, till on Purnima it becomes full. Creating the universes from the Mahatma and Tattva and other elements. Now Srila Prabhupada writes, the Bhagavad Gita states that personality of Godhead Sri Krishna maintained these material universes by extending his plenary expansions. So this Purusha form is the confirmation of the same principle. Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita states that personality of Godhead Sri Krishna maintained these material universes by extending his plenary expansions. Where is that? Prabhupada will write in the 9th chapter. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter is Sarga, and 8th chapter is Visarga. In both there is a description of creation, if you remember. In 9th chapter, there is a creation, after the life of Brahma, new creation take place. There is a list of the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Find out the verses. Bhuta Grama Vimam Praksana. Must be somewhere. Huh? This after this. Bhuta Grama Vimam.
9.7.
So this is actually Sarga. Now you read the translation. At the end of Brahma's life, does it say like this? Yes?
Next.
At the end of Brahma's life, right?
I create them again at the beginning of another potency. This is 7. 920. The whole cosmos is under me, under my will it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will it is inherited at the end.
End of the Brahma's life means 100 years. ट्रांसलेशन में होना चाहिए
8.17
one of fine. And in 8th chapter, every night of Brahma and every day of Brahma.
8.17 is there are by human calculation 1000 ages taken to gather the information Brahma's one day and such also the duration of his night. That I think is reserved.
So there's a difference between the 8th and 9th chapter. Both have a creation. You remember? Brahma sleeps, everything goes, Brahma gets up, everything comes in. So there's a difference between 8th and 9th chapter. So Prabhupada is quoting here 9th chapter. So this Purusha form is confirmed. The original person of Godhead Vasudeva Krishna, who is famous as son of King Vasudeva, King Nanda, is full with all opulences. 6 opulences Prabhupada is noting. Prabhupada is noticing 6 opulences. A part of his opulence is manifested as impersonal Brahma. And part of his opulence is where are we? Oh. Okay. And the part of his opulences are manifested as Paramatma. Prabhupada says Krishna, opulence is Brahma and Paramatma also, among 6 other opulences. Then, this Purusha feature of the same personality of God as Sri Krishna is original Paramatma, manifestation of the Lord. There are 3 Purusha features who affect the material creation. It means they are cause of material creation. And this form is who is known as Karunadakshay Vishnu, the first of the 3, Karunadakshay. Karun means cause. Udak means water. Sai means sleeping. One who sleep on casual ocean. One who sleep on Garb ocean. One who sleep on milk ocean. Udak means liquid. And San means lying down. So the meaning is one lying down on casual ocean, one on the Garb ocean and one on the milk ocean. Well, it is in the purport, but I just want to put in your brain this concept. So Karunadakshay Vishnu is the expansion of Sankarsha. Garbhodakshay Vishnu is the expansion of Pradyumna. And Kshirodakshay Vishnu is the expansion of Aniruddha. From 2nd Kshatriya. Is it okay? Karunadakshay is the expansion of and Garbhodakshay Pradyumna. Kshirodakshay reference Chakravarti Pad's purport. Okay?
They have over mentioned somewhere like different times he may explains differently. But this is also one.
But just this must be a one thing clear in your mind. Now Prabhupada writes, first of 3 is Karuna, second is Garbhoda, and third is Kshirodakshay. Okay? The innumerable universe are generated from the skin poles of the Karunadakshay. And each universe, Garbhodakshay and Vishnu enter in that. In Bhagavad Gita, it is also mentioned that material world is created at certain interval, then again destroyed. This creation and destruction is done by the supreme will because of the conditioned souls or the Nitya Baddha living beings. The Nitya Baddha are eternally conditioned, have sense of individuality or ahankar, false ego, which dictate them sense enjoyment, which they are unable to have constitutionally. The Lord is the only enjoyer and all others are enjoyed. The living beings are predominated enjoyer, but the eternally conditioned soul, forgetful of this constitutional position, have strong aspiration to enjoy. The chance to enjoy matter is given to the conditioned soul in material world, and side by side they are given the chance to understand their real constitutional position. Those fortunate living entities who catch the truth and surrender unto the Lord Spirit of Vasudeva after many births in the material world, join the eternally liberated soul and thus are allowed to enter into the kingdom of God. After this, each such fortunate living entities need not come again within this occasional material world creation. But those who cannot catch the constitutional truth are again merged into the Mahat Tattva at the time of annihilation of material creation. When the creation is again set up, this Mahat Tattva is again let loose, and Mahat Tattva contains all the ingredients of material manifestation, including the conditioned souls. Primarily, the Mahat Tattva is divided into 16 parts, namely 5 gross elements and 11 working instruments for senses. Which means 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 sense objects, and 1 mind. Mind is also among the senses. Mind is among the senses?
Yes.
Indriyanam Manaschasmi Krishna, 10th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Among the senses I am mind, right? So including mind. It is like the cloud. Now Prabhupada is saying something which you try to... What have we read now? You understood everything? Constitutional, conditional, do you understand? This is just normal philosophy we know. Now, it is like the cloud in the clear sky. What is like a cloud in the clear sky? Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva is like a cloud in the clear sky. Is it okay? In the spiritual sky, the effulgence of Brahm is spread all around. So what is the spiritual sky? Brahm. So there is a Brahm light, effulgence of Brahm. At certain portion of the Brahm, Mahat Tattva come as a cloud. That is called material creation. Is it okay? You understand? Clear sky, somewhere the cloud comes. Brahma effulgence in the spiritual sky, Mahat Tattva comes, and that becomes creation. Now see again. In the spiritual effulgence is Brahma. It is spread all around, and the whole system is dazzling in spiritual light. Mahat Tattva is assembled in some corner of the vast, unlimited spiritual sky. And a part which is thus covered by the Mahat Tattva is called material sky. This part of the spiritual sky, called Mahat Tattva, is only an insignificant portion of the whole spiritual sky. And within this Mahat Tattva, there are innumerable universes. All these universes are collectively produced by Karnadakshaya Vishnu, called also the Mahavishnu, who simply throw his glance to impregnate the material sky. He glances on the material sky. Okay? Is it clear? It means actually, everywhere there is a Brahma effulgence. 3/4 is effulgent with Brahma. On 1/4 there is a cloud of Mahat Tattva. That one is a material creation. And this material creation are innumerable planets. And they are coming from Karnadakshaya Vishnu. And how the creation takes place? Karnadakshaya Vishnu glances over the material creation. And through his glance, he impregnates the living entities and Kal, time, thereby agitate the three modes of material nature which are in equilibrium, and process of creation start by creation of false ego in different modes. This is not your subject matter, this is third canto. Yes.
So the Mahatattva
Mahatattva.
is always existing. But
The Mahatattva is total material energy. Total material creation is called Mahatattva. It has two names. When there is no creation, the name of the same thing is Pradhan. Pradhan is aggregate of material elements when there is no creation. When creation is started, that same Pradhan is called Mahatattva. Like we have all the utensils in the home, in a godown. On a festival we bring them out. So it's like that. You understand what I said? Pradhan and Mahatattva, you know. In other words, Pradhan is within the body of Kan Dakshai Vishnu. When it is let loose, it is called Mahatattva. You understand this? When baby is in the womb, it's Pradhan. When it's born, it's Mahatattva. So all material energy, when it is in the belly of the Karma Dakshai Vishnu, it is called Pradhan. When it is let loose, it is called Mahatattva. For creation, yes.
Like we have in material world, the relatively time it gets like in a here 1 year, half year is a 1 day in a.
Well, that will come. That's a different thing. Yes.
And then it goes up in Brahma more. So is the same thing happens in spiritual world? Like in Vaikuntha is and then in Goloka is more time in comparison to.
I don't know.
Albert Einstein answered this problem. Actually, he explained the theory of relativity. The more that we go out of the sphere of the universe, the time ceases to exist. And he explained that there's a Brahma Muham Lila because he blinked for a moment. That's why 1 year spent here.
The point what she is saying is in third canto of Bhagavatam, you know, 6 months here is equal to 1 day of demigod. 1 year here is 1 day and night there.
So, and for example, Mahavishnu is just.
Mahavishnu is whole creation finished in one breath.
Yes, so then this for Mahavishnu is like nothing. So then what about Krishna and Goloka Vrindavan? The time expands more or it is
There is no existence of time in the spiritual world. Time is there. Prabhupada, right? Time is there. The word he uses by its inconsequence, huh? Something.
Conspicuous by his,
Servant actually.
Huh?
by his absence.
It's a servant. Time is also supposed.
Inconspicuous. What is the word?
Conspicuous by absence.
By his
Absence.
absence. There's no influence of time there.
But then my question is that from, let's say, Narayana's point of
Only
view,
there's no
is it
difference of
breathing
time.
Vishnu, how long it
No difference of time, but difference of mellows. Vaikuntha has 2.5 mellows. And Krishna has all 12 rasas. Vaikuntha has 2.5 rasa or mellows. All the Vaikuntha planets 2.5 rasa. Neutrality, Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, and little bit of Sakhya. Half. But there are 12 rasas in Krishna Lok, all 12. So in rasa wise there is a different. Mellows are different in the different planetary system. Okay, Chakravarti Pad writes, the third chapter is an answer to the request by the sages to describe the various avatars, which means the question 4 and 5. Okay? This chapter explains the Lord in one form alone makes his appearance and perform activities. At the end of previous chapter, it was said that the Lord was absorbed in various Leela avatar. What pastime and what avatar are these? Sutta begins by describing the Purusha avatar in 5 verses. That's what we have started. Purusham means with the form of a man, are defined as a Purush. By saying that Lord accept the form, it means that it did not exist before? No. That means it is temporary form. Therefore the form is described as Sambhutam, Samyak Bhutam, existing continuously. It is always situated in its Swarup, which is the highest truth, Param, Satyam. The Lord accepted this form of the Purush who eternally exists for creating the universes, which means Mahavishnu. He accepts a form which already exists. One never see a sentence such as he accepted the part, where the part did not previously exist. Similarly, we say the king accepted journal because he desired victory. So Amar Kos, which means dictionary. Bhuta means joined with elements like earth. Anyway, this is technical thing. The same word Sambhuta should be applied to the person described in the verse number 6, and Saeva Prathamam Deva. Okay. With the desire for creating the worlds collectively and individually by the Mahat Tattva, Ahankar and other elements, the Lord of Vaikuntha, which means Narayan, accepted the form of Purusha from Sankarshan as a Karandaksha Vishnu, who is like the full moon with 16 digits, Saudashkam. What is that? Okay. Being full of the forms like Matsya, Kurma. Kala means 16th part according to the dictionary. So Kala means 1 out of 16, 1 part is called Kala. Having 16 parts, this refers to the form of Mahavishnu, the first portion of the Sankarshan, lying on the Karan ocean, who glances over Prakriti. This is confirmed by Laghu Bhagavatamrita. Now we go to the there's a lot more. I don't have a time to elaborate, but still we will see. Here is the Jiva Goswami writing. Previously, one entity was described as 3, Brahm, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Advaya Tattvam. Advaya Tattvam. Means no, Advaya means 2. Tattvam means truth. Truth which is 1, known as Brahm, Paramatma and Bhagavan. What is the qualities of Brahm? Is there some distinction of Brahm from Bhagavan and Paramatma? Since there are many forms of the Supreme Lord, which is the form of Bhagavan and which is the form of Paramatma? What are the swarup of these two? When the Sonak and the sages asked these questions, Sutta replied by first describing Bhagavan and Paramatma, starting with the following. The Lord manifested Jagraha, the form of Purusham, before creating Mahat Tattva and manifesting the Jiva. Why? He did this in order to manifest the places for the total Sameshti and individual Jiva Vyasti as the universe, Loka Sritskritya. These are 2 words, Sameshti and Vyasti. You know Sameshti and Vyasti? Sameshti means whole creation, Vyasti means individual. Vyasti means 1, Sameshti means all, Sameshti and Vyasti.
It means all the universes together, and one universe is called Vyasti.
No, one person is Vyasti. The Lord manifested Jagraha, the form of Purusha, okay, Vyasti. All these forms are real. Sambhutam Mahat Adibhi means united with Mahat Tattva, etc. The statement like Mahat Tattva were within the Purusha, they are already in the Purusha. For it is said concerning the night of Brahma, when Brahma's night comes, Garbhodaksha Vishnu containing within himself the Jivas with their subtle bodies, after having discharged his energy of the time to destroy the three worlds reside in his abode below the Patal Lok within the water, just as fire resides within the wood with its energy concealed. 3:8:11. It is well known that some combined with bhavati means to be united, as in phrase, the great river approaches and unite with ocean. The form described in 3:13, like 3:11, what we are discussing, is a first of three Purusha form described in Brahma Samhita as Sankrishna, who lies on the Karan ocean. Since he is responsible for creation of Mahatattva, he manifested Jigra, this form for creation and destruction of the universe, in order to respect his power in other situations as Bhagavan rather than universe. In order to respect his power in other situations as Bhagavan rather than Paramatma. He is Bhagavan, not a Paramatma. He is described as being full of Shaktis, Shodash Kalam. Shodash Kala means perfect, with 16 parts, full moon. Though he is ocean of Swarup Shakti, he is the creator and destroyer of the universe by the action of Maya, through proximity rather than contact. It's just near the Maya, never touch Maya. Being the expansion of Bhagavan, he is said to engage only with his Swarup Shakti, not with Maya Shakti.
This is Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu, Bhagavan. Now these 16, Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada writes, commentary of Madhav on the Srimad Bhagvatam, this verse, mention the following 16 spiritual energies are present in the spiritual world. They are called 16 Kala. Shri, Bhu, Leela, Kanti, Kriti, Tushti, Girg, Pushti, Satya, Jnana, Agyan, Jaya, Utkrishni, Vimala, Yoga, Maya, Prahavi, Ishana and Anugraha. In his commentary on the Lagu Bhagavatam, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan has said that the above energies are also known by the 9 names: Vimala, Utkrishni, Jnana, Kriya, Yoga, Prahavi, Satya, Ishani, Anugraha. And in the Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami, text 117, they are described as Shri, Pushti, Gira, Kanti, Kirti, Tushti, Illa, Jaya, Vidya, Avidya, Maya, Samvit, Sandhani, Haladini, Bhakti, Murti, Vimala, Yoga, Prahavi, Ishani and Anugraha. So these are the 16 energies, they are called 16 Kala. All these energies are different spheres of Lord's supremacy. Who has how many energy? He is that much superior. So Krishna has all 16. So Krishna has 16 Kala Samrat. Ram is 12 Kala, they say like this. So now what is the question?
Yes, so this Sodasha Kala means there are two meanings. One is these energies, and then previously you mentioned also avatars.
Well, those incarnations who has how much Kala they have? They have that much power.
Okay, and Krishna means that all that.
Krishna contains all these Kalas.
Sodasha.
Therefore all incarnations are in Krishna.
So that means Kala Purna Avatar.
He is 16 Kala Purna Avatar.
Is that-
Krishna is 16 Kala Purna Avatar. Okay?
And second question, among these 16 spiritual energies, because Jiva is also belong to Paras.
Well, that is not in this.
This is not in
Not
this.
in- They are in 16 Kalas of the Supreme Lord. Anyway, you will get this for your reference. Verse number 2. Yasyam bhasi syanasya yoga nidram vitanvatah nabhihardamboja आसीद ब्रह्मा विश्व सृजामपति. This is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Can you see? Yasya Ambasi. Sayanasya yoga nidra. In that water he sleep in yoga nidra. Vitantava nabhi hardam. From his navel come out the lotus. And Brahma is born, and that who create Vishwasarja. Can you see this is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu? Second verse is first verse is? Second is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, okay? The part of the Purusha lies down within the water of the universe. From the navel leg of this body spout a lotus stem, and from the lotus flowers atop this stem, Brahma, the master of all engineer in the universe, become manifest. After Garbhodakshaya Vishnu lay on the wall, say directly, Chakravarti is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, into trance, Yoga Nidra. Brahma, Lord of the universe, universal creation, appeared from the lotus in the water of his navel. Simple. First Purusha is Garbhodakshaya. Prabhupada writes, from his skin holes innumerable universes have sprung out. In each and every universe, the Purusha enter as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. You know all this, right? But with this one thing you remember, all material creative energy is within Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So he is the soul of total material creation. Now, different universes has come out of his body from the pores. And each universe, one Vishnu enters, Garbhodakshaya. So he is the soul of one universe. So this is Garbhodakshaya. He is lying within the half of the universe, which is full with the water of his body. So he created the water from his body in the universe, half full. Then he lie down on that. So how big do you think is this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu? As much as this universe. His feet are on the one end of the universe, and his head is in the other end of the universe. He is actually Virat Purush. He is a Virat Purush, universal form actually. And if you want to know really, you go to the Anant Padmanabh temple in Tiruvananthapuram. You can see this Lord from 3 gates. One gate lotus feet, one gate Brahma, one gate face. So he is actually Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Anant Padmanabh is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And Sri Rangam is not Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is lying down like Vishnu. No navel, from navel coming Brahma. He is not Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is Krishna. Rukmani used to worship him. He is a Krishna. They pray every day in the morning. Yashoda has churned butter. Please, Krishna, you get up. This is the morning song they sing. He has a flute near to him. So it says, how big is that? And how big is the lotus? As big as this planet. You never consider lotus as we think. Because in the stem of that lotus, 14 planetary systems are there. Patal is at near the umbilicus, and where the Brahma is born, that is Satyalok. All the 14 systems are in that stem. It means this whole universe. And all this universe is just from the umbilicus of the Vishnu. He is spread all over the universe. Filled the half of the universe with water and lie down on that. So it's a very big, imagine like that. Okay?
In this pastime, when he drops down the Earth planet into a Garbhodakshaya. So there's no description like when Bharadeva appeared.
So Garbhashagar is a place where earth was lying during the special day of Brahma. One Manvantara, and one Manvant, and earth was there. So Varadev picked earth from Garbh ocean for creation and brought into the orbit. Because earth was taken by the demons in Garbh ocean, which is near to the Patal actually. Next to the Patal, below the Patal is Garbh ocean. Very simple. Very simple. See, Vishnu is, this is like Garbh ocean below this. This is Vishnu line. And then Brahma is here, this is Brahma. Right? So the middle, this is stem. So earth is somewhere here normally. In the middle is the seventh planet, Bhur-Bhuva-Swa. Now this earth is taken from here down to the Patal Lok, which is near the Vishnu, which is next to the Garbh ocean. So it is near to the Garbh ocean in a Patal. And that is a place for the demons. Patal Lok is for demons. Is it okay? You understand what we are discussing? Well, earth during creation, sometime it is at the west of Supreme Lord, sometime it is in the Garbh ocean. Different time earth is at different places. Hare Krishna. Okay. Within the stem of the lotus there are 14 systems. Again you can see this. All you can read is very simple. Earth is in the middle because 7 are up and 6 are down. You can, all these names you will study in second canto, first chapter, which is all these names of Virat Roop. His lotus feet is Patal, his waist is Earth, and then there is a Bhuva, where the semi-demigods live. Gandharva, Vidyadhara, they live Bhuva. And Swa is a Swarglok, means heaven, where the Indra and other live. And the 4 are above the Swarglok. Maharlok, Taplok, Janlok and Satyalok, where all the liberated soul, perfect saintly people live. And they have no other problem except they see the people why they are suffering on this planet. And they are all basically, you can say, perfected low beings, not liberated, perfected. Perfected living entities live there on this Taplok, Janlok, Maharlok.
So only sages live there?
Sages live there.
So there is no women and children?
No. No business of children there. Okay? Topmost is called Satyalok or Brahmalok. Downward are 3 planets. There are 7 lower planet systems. Talatal, Sutal, Bhutal, where the Asuras live. From Garbhodakshay Vishnu, there is expansion of Kirodakshay Vishnu, who is the collective Paramatma of all living beings. And is called Hari, and from him all the incarnation within the universe are expanded. This is Prabhupada right here like that. All incarnation are coming from? All incarnation in material world are coming from? Kirodakshay Vishnu. Kirodakshay Vishnu. Therefore Brahma goes and prayed at the milk ocean. Because who lived there? Kirodakshay Vishnu. But Rupa Goswami write in Laghu Bhagavatam, all incarnation are coming from Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And then Prabhupada will reconcile this. Because Garbhodakshay Vishnu, the Kirodakshay is coming from Garbhodakshay, so there is no difference.
So ultimately everything coming from Garbhodakshay.
This is in the 7th canto something, the 3rd canto will come like that. Therefore the conclusion is that Purusha avatar is manifested in 3 features. So you know this, okay? First one, Karunaksha, his business is to create aggregate of material ingredient in Mat Tattva. Second, Garbhodaksha, to enter in every universe. Third, Kirodaksha, Vishnu, who is Paramatma of every material object, organic and inorganic. One who knows these planetary features of Supreme Personality of Godhead properly, and thus they never become freed from the material condition of birth and death, disease and confirmed Bhagavad Gita. Where is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita? Janma karam cha me divyam evam yoveti tattvata. It's not Krishna, it's incarnation of Krishna. Anybody who know in truth, because these incarnations are coming from this Purusha. So anybody who know that will be delivered. There's another verse also we will see. In this slok, the subject matter of Mahavishnu is summarized. Mahavishnu lies down in some part of the spiritual sky by his own free will. Thus he lies on the ocean of Karan, from where he glances over this material nature and the Mahatattva at once created. Thus electrified by the power of the Lord, material nature at once creates innumerable universes. Just as in due course a tree decorates itself with innumerable grown fruits. Analogy. The seed of the tree is sown by the cultivator, and the tree or the creeper in due course become manifested with so many fruits. Nothing can take place without a cause. Karan ocean is therefore called casual ocean. Karan means casual. We should not foolishly accept the atheistic theory of creation. The description of the atheist is given in Bhagavad Gita. The atheist does not believe in the creator, but he cannot give a good theory to explain the creation. This is 16th chapter. Atheists are described in 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There is no creator of the material world, it is created by lust only. These are the verses. Material natures have no power to create without the power of the Purusha. Just as Prakriti or woman cannot produce a child without the conception of a Purusha or man. The Purusha impregnate the Prakriti delivers. Purush pregnate, Prakriti delivers. We should not expect milk from a fleshly bag on the neck of a goat. So there are two analogies in this case. Analogies are to prove that for creation there is a person. So there is a cause, sad, and then there is a asad, the effect. The cause is Vishnu and effect is universe. The two analogies, one, seed sown by a person, tree and fruit comes. Second, milk cannot come from the false bags in the neck of a goat. Although they look like bracelet nipple. Similarly, we should not expect any creative power from the material ingredients. We must believe in the power of the Purusha who impregnated Prakriti or nature. Because Lord wished to lie down in meditation, the material energy created innumerable universes at once. In each of them the Lord lay down, and thus all the planets and the different paraphernalia were created at once by the will of the Lord. The Lord has unlimited potency, and thus he can act as he likes by the perfect planning. Although personally he has nothing to do, no one is greater than or equal to him. That is the verdict of the Vedas.
So Mahatattva is the child of Karadaksha Vishnu.
Sorry?
Mahatattva is the child of Karadaksha Vishnu. Can you see that?
Mahatattva is, in one sense, yes.
He looks at the material nature and then Mahatattva.
No, Mahatattva is there. First, Mahatattva come out of the body of the Karadaksha Vishnu. Then is the inert matter with all three modes of material nature and equilibrium. Then Karadaksha Vishnu glance over the Mahatattva. And through this glance, he impregnates Jivas and call Shakti. And that becomes Sadashiv, who touches the material energy and start creating things. Actually, who touches the Mahatattva? Sadashiv, not Vishnu. Vishnu only glance by seeing.
That glance takes a personality.
That becomes personality, which is called Sadashiv. But it's not any description of creation. Somewhere else.
So Mahavishnu, if he says that something comes from Mahavishnu, whatever it is, or whoever it is, Mahavishnu cannot be called as the ultimate cause, because he is coming himself from Sankarshan, who comes from Narayan. Who comes from
So,
Sankarshan.
I mean, they are all one. In one sense, Mahavishnu is all and all in for creation. He is like a CEO for creation by Krishna. the chief executive officer for creation. He's independent for that. Because he is also Vishnu. He has all the same power as all the Vishnu incarnations. So he's an independent creator as a CEO or for material creation.
So the second thing is that he's considered.
But Krishna is like an owner of all the creation, material and spiritual. And he simply just herd the cows and play on the flutes and with the gopas and gopis. All the CEO as a Vishnu works everywhere and do all this function of creation and everything.
So when we say that, because we also have that Krishna is the source of everything, the ultimate cause of all causes, so then.
For creation cause is Karandakshay Vishnu. For cause of everything, Krishna is the cause. For material creation, cause is Karandakshay Vishnu. Balaram, to assist Krishna, he manifests in 5 forms for creation. 3 Purusha avatar, 1 Shesh himself to hold the planet Earth, and 1 he appears with Krishna when he comes as elder brother or as a younger brother with Ram. So 5 ways Balaram assists Krishna in function of creation. So in this way, Krishna is the cause of all causes through Balaram.
So then another question, that Kala, Shodasha Kala, 16.
Kalas, yes.
Yeah, Kala. So then here, Mahavishnu is referred to that.
Mahavishnu has 16 energies.
Yes.
In some quantity, yes.
Okay, but if I understood correctly, you said that only Krishna has them, even Lord.
Has them, Krishna has all of them in full.
Okay, so he has here Mahavishnu, all of them, but not in full.
It could be some, but generally speaking, to say like this is a little offensive, because it says original candle is Krishna, but all the candles have same power. There's no difference in one sense, because they are all Vishnu Tattva. It's like that all our kings all over the world, there are all our prime minister, but there is a power of prime minister of America is more than the power of prime minister of Nigeria. You know, it's like that, but they are prime minister. They have all the paraphernalia of a prime minister, but sometimes they have small powers, sometimes they have more power. But this part, Kala part, is not very much discussed by Acharyas more. Krishna is full, that's all. Padamnabh Vishnu. This is what I told you. See, the Chakravarti part is writing. Already I told you. See this one thing. Okay, here. That Purusha entering into each universe situated in the hair holes lay down on the Garbhodak water, which he create there after went into the state of trance, Yog Nidra. The planets from Patal to Satya, Lok, Vistrata, are imagined to be situated at a particular place on the limb Avyaya Sangsthanahi. This form is Padamnabh Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Planets are on his limbs, it means he is a universal form. On his soul is Patal, and on his head is Satya. You understand what I am saying? What is your question?
My question is, if Garbhodakshai Vishnu is lying down, and then from his navel the stem is coming, then that's like horizontal, this is vertical, then all the planetary systems are vertical, but then they're described in a horizontal.
This is imagined. This is what the word says. Imagined. They are imagined to be situated particular part of the limbs. They are imagined. They are not actual. Actual is like that. But that is imagined. Can you see the word? They are imagined. This form of Padamnav Garbhodaya Vishnu's portion of Pradyumna. The form mentioned in the previous chapter, Hari Vranchi Hareti Sangya, referred to the third Purush, Kirodakshai Vishnu, an expansion of Aniruddha. The first Mahavishnu is the inner soul of Prakriti. The second Garbhodakshana is the inner soul of the collective Jiva in each universe. The third Kirodakshai Vishnu is the inner soul of each Jiva. The three acting as the inner soul are expansion of Sankrishna, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Same thing. Is it clear?
So when the universe goes
Huh?
when the universe goes back to the Mahavishnu, so the soul, like as we live, the Jiva leaves the body. So that goes to Shiva Vishnu? Or
As long as we are conditioned, we go to the Garbhodakshai Vishnu's body.
I'm asking about the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu himself. Like when the universe will go back to the Mahavishnu. So
Then they are the expansion of whichever they will go there. They will go
expand
there.
and come
It is said, this is the verse which Prabhupada has quoted, if you know this, you are delivered. Ekam to mahat srishtihi dvityam to anda samstam trityam sarvabhutastam tani gyatva vimuchyate. This Prabhupada is paraphrased. The second form is situated in the universe, the third form is situated in all living entities. One who knows this form is liberated.
After this class,
The first is the creator of the Mat Tattva, Sattva Tattva. This is the order of the activities of the Mahavishnu related to this topic. When he developed a desire to lie down again in the particular place, he lay down in the Karan ocean. He then glanced at the energy Prakriti as soon as it came out with its breathing. By that glance, making his intention accomplishing mercy by the power of his desire, he produced Mat Tattva and other elements spontaneously. And after creating universe out of the element, Garbhodakshai, master of the universe, was informed, "O master, enter it and go to sleep." Entering into the universe, Garbhodakshai went to sleep for a second. After he again entered the universe, he then rejected the universe as useless, sleeping place, since it is material. Then again Garbhodakshani made and sleep in a new universe for the lifetime of Brahma. It is said in the third canto. Pradha Nimishan, and this is the duration of the two parts of Brahma's life, as above mentioned, is calculated to be less than a second for the Supreme Person of Godhead, who is unchanging and unlimited and is the cause of all causes of the universe. Equal to and no one Nimisha. This form are all spiritual. This form is pure Sattva, devoid of Rajas and Tama. Vishuddham Sattvan, excellent. Urjitam, completely spiritual, made of eternity, knowledge and bliss. Okay, let us go to the next verse. You have question, we will see question. This refers to Purush from form who lies on the Garbha ocean in sleeping condition during destruction after a day of Brahma. Okay, what is your question?
So here we read that the Lord wanted to lie down and then he glanced and then everything was created. And in the invocation we heard that the lotus was sprouted from Brahma because of the desires of Jivas. So what is the purpose of creation? The desire of Jivas or the desire of Vishnu?
Originally, desire of Jiva is to enjoy. And as a loving father, Supreme Lord Vishnu arranges a creation for Jiva to enjoy. And also, as a guardian, he comes himself as super soul to again guide and reclaim him to come back home, back to Godhead. That's what we have discussed all through. Jiva desires to enjoy. Therefore, Lord created this material world for Jiva to enjoy. But Lord also is coming with him to reclaim him, to go back home, back to Godhead. It's like that. Father is driving a car on highway. His 5-year child is sitting next to him. Child is insisting, I want to drive. I want to drive. Will father give the car to the child to drive on highway? No. But father loves the child. So he has to fulfill the desire of child. What he will do? He will stop in some town and find a toy car and give to the baby, you drive your car, I am driving my car. So we wanted to enjoy like Krishna. Vishnu, he said, you cannot. He said, no, we want to. He said, okay, I am giving you one house, I am giving you one family, I am giving you one factory, I am giving you one country. Try. You enjoy this, I enjoy mine. So this is where this creation, Krishna has given the chance to all jivas, and all are trying to enjoy differently, but ultimately they are frustrated, they cannot do. So Krishna is coming, giving the scripture as a Vyasadeva and reclaiming us to go back home, back to Godhead, and be co-operator with Krishna rather than competitor. Is it okay? Is it clear? No.
Just wanted to clarify. In the first verse, there was a quotation from Canto 3, chapter 8:11, which said that jivas reside in Garbhodakshaya Vishnu with their subtle bodies. So means that after annihilation,
It means very simply, the soul with mind, intelligence, false ego and polluted consciousness, they all go with the jiva into the body of
that's how they
Garbhodakshaya.
get next body because the mind is required for
Yeah, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. When next creation takes place, only grass body is given to them. And the senses are given to them. So subtle bodies will continue. As long as we have subtle bodies, we are in conditioned soul. When we dissolve subtle bodies, then we are liberated.
So basically, in the Vishnu's body, only conditioned soul.
In
In the Vishnu's body, only.
Yeah, mostly conditioned. All conditioned soul go there, come out, go there, come out. Those who are liberated will go to the planet. Okay, verse number 3. Yasya vyayah samsthanai kalpito loka vistaraha tadavai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattva orjitam. It is believed that all the universe planetary systems are situated on the extended body of the Purusha. Which Purusha? All universes are situated. Extended body of the Purusha. But he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. Vishuddham and Urjitam. Chakravarti Pad writes, he has already commented in 2 verses together. So this is Chakravarti Pad's translation. Okay. The various kinds of universes God manifested from the lotus flower, which emanate from the navel of Lord, who was enjoying his sleep of samadhi in the water of the ocean. So, let us see what is in the purport. Verse number 3. Okay. The concept of Virat Roop. Everything is on the body of the universe. All universes, actually all planets, is not universe, all planets. All planets like Patal Lok, Talatal Lok, Sutal Lok, Mahat Lok, all these 14 planetary system. So conception of Virat Purusha or Vishwarupa of Supreme Personality Truth is especially meant for neophyte who can hardly think of transcendental form of personality of Godhead. To him, a form means something of the material world, and therefore an opposite conception of absolute is necessary in the beginning to concentrate the mind on the power extension of the Lord. Instead, above the Lord expand his potency in the form of Mahat Tattva, which is Karanodakshaya Vishnu, which include all material ingredients. The extension of the power by the Lord and the Lord himself personally are one in one sense, but at the same time the Mahat Tattva is different from the Lord. Therefore the potency of the Lord and the Lord are simultaneously different and non-different. The conception of Virat Purusha, especially for impersonalists, is thus non-different from the eternal form of Lord. This eternal form of Lord exists prior to the creation of Mahat Tattva, which means Karanodakshaya Mahavishnu. He was there before the creation of Mahat Tattva. And it is stated here that the eternal form of Lord is par excellence, spiritual and transcendental to the modes of material nature. The very same transcendental form of Lord is manifested by his internal potency, and the forms of his multifarious manifestation, incarnation is always of the same transcendental quality, without any touch of Mahat Tattva. Chakravarti Pada already given the purport. So as such, this appears to be discussing universal form is a material concept of a spiritual personality. The Vishnu is a spiritual, Shuddha Sattva. But for the impersonalist, there is a concept of universal form, which is material, because they see only the material planets. But if the person is spiritual, holding all the material planets, like Mahavishnu, keeping Mahat Tattva within himself, is not influenced by Mahat Tattva. He is beyond matter, though matter is within him. So this is whole description is of the Mahavishnu. Let us see what the Jiva Goswami says. Jiva Goswami writes, he makes his appearance, Vyaktitvam, from Pradyumna, it means Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Pradyumna is not distinguished from Aniruddha, since he is not different from his son. Now what Jiva Goswami is speaking actually is Krishna, his son Pradyumna, Pradyumna's son Aniruddha. So these Vishnus are like a representative of the whole family of Krishna. You understand what he's reading? Okay? For it is said, Vishnu tu trini rupani, there are three forms of Vishnu. That action is explained in the commentary on 2.639. 2.639 will come in second canto. This first form, Purusha Avatar, acts for creation. First form means Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu. For creation. In commentary on Srimada Bhagvatam 2.642, it is said, Purusha of great Lord, Parasya Bhuman, stimulate Prakriti. The Purusha or pastime form of Lord, who has thousands of heads, Sahasra, Shrisha, Rigved, Purusha Shukta, is the Adya Avatar, the first Purusha Avatar. One should also see the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 3.20.12. This form is not the universal form. This indicates that Bhagavan or Vasudeva is different from Purusha form. The two forms, Bhagavan and Paramatma, are generally described as having the same Swarup. Tadvai Bhagavato Rupam Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam. This form of Bhagavan is pure Sattva and strength. The Purusha is a form of Bhagavan because both manifest pure Sattva and because both are non-different in terms of Shakti and Swarup. Natah param partram natad bhavatah swarupam. I do not see that this is different from your Swarup. Bhagavatam 3.9.3. Vishuddham means devoid of any insentient portion, means material things. Since that form is the function of the Swarup Shakti, which means internal energy. Urjitam means strong in all ways, since he has a form of highest bliss. Shruti says, Kohi evanyat kaha pranyat tat esha akasha anando nasya. If the infinite Lord did not exist, who could inhale or exhale? The Lord alone is the cause of bliss for the Jiva. If the Purush form is full of bliss, what do you speak of Bhagavan? Having described two types of places and actions of the Purusha, two types of place and action of the Purusha, the former described to be similar in appearance. Though they are different, the two forms of the Purusha are regarded as one. Two are regarded as one, which means incarnation may be coming from Garbhodaksha or Kshirodaksha is okay. Oh, Krishna. Let us go to verse number 4. Pashyanti adarupam adbhar chakshusha sahasraha padroho bhuja anadadbhutam sahasramurdha sarvanakshihi nasikam Sahasramolya ambaraha kundala ulasita. So this is about universal form. The devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendent form of the Purusha, who has thousands of legs, thighs, arms, faces, all extraordinary. In that body there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes and nose. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings and are adored with garlands. With the spiritual eye, the devotees see this amazing form with thousands of legs and arms, thousands of heads, ears, eyes and nose, shining with thousands of crowns, earrings and cloths. So this is called Purusha Shukta of Veda. Purusha Shukta of Veda, where they say Lord has many heads, many hands, many eyes. This is like a universal prayer for the universal Lord. This is for the Purusha. It's called Purusha Shukta. It's called Purusha Shukta. Shukta means collection of the verses in the Veda is called Shukta. Like there is Santa, Shukta, Ashtakam. So these are the different names for the collection of the verses of the Veda. It's called Shukta, Purusha Shukta. So this is for the Purusha avatar. Sure.
Just one question. Here, when Popo mentions the previous purport, the conception of Virat Roop and Vishnu Roop are used for the unified. And similarly, in this also, like there's a description about thousands of head, ears and all. So doesn't it make sense of that same?
See, whole concept is this. Because the Vishnu is creating the universe, and because the materialistic person has the only concept of the form in a material world, so of that Vishnu who is spiritual, this material creation is his creation, and he is seen in this material creation as universal form. This is imagined by impersonalist or neophyte. There is no concept of universal form in the spiritual world. No concept of super soul in the spiritual world of Paramatma. No concept of universal form in the spiritual world. Because there is a material aspect of the Lord Vishnu. So Prabhupada writes, with our present materialistic senses we cannot perceive anything of the transcendental Lord. Our present senses are to be rectified by the process of devotional service, and then the Lord Himself become revealed to us. In Bhagavad Gita it is confirmed that the transcendental Lord can be perceived only by pure devotional service. So it is confirmed in the Veda that only devotional service can lead one to the side of the Lord, and that only devotional service can reveal Him. In Brahma Samhita it is also said, Lord is always visible to the devotee whose eyes have been anointed with the tint of devotional service. So we have to take information of transcendental from the transcendental form of the Lord, from person who have actually seen Him with perfect eyes smeared with the devotional service. In the material world also, we do not always see things with our own eyes. We sometimes see through the experience of those who have actually seen or done things. If that is the process for experiencing a mundane object, it is more perfectly applicable in matters transcendental. So only with patience and perseverance can we realize the transcendental subject matter regarding absolute truth and its different forms. He is formless to the neophyte, but he is in transcendental form to the expert servitor. I think the verses, Brahma Samhita, you all know all these verses which are quoted here. Bhagavad Gita and all, Premanjan Churita and all these. Chakravarti Pad writes only, those who have reached perfection of bhakti see this form. Adbhar means not scant, spiritual. And our Jiva Goswami writes, the eyes, having described two types of place and action of the Purusha. Two types of places, one place is Karan ocean, other is Garbh ocean. Two places are Karan ocean and Garbh ocean. And the action of the Purusha of creating Mahatattva and creating Brahma. The form are described to be similar in appearance. 1, 3, 4. Though there are differences, the two forms of Purusha are regarded as one. They see this form of Purusha, Adha, through the devotional eyes, Adabhar Chakshusha. Purusha Saha Parat Bhaktya Labhyasto Ananya. This is Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, the Supreme Purushas attend through pure devotion. 8:22. Bhaktir evenam niyati bhaktir evenam darshyati. Bhakti leads to the Lord, bhakti alone shows the Lord. Mathar Shruti. The first Purusha endowed with 1,000 feet is described in Paramatma Sandarbha by Jiva Goswami. The second Purusha is described in 3rd canto and 9th canto. And what is that? The luster of the transcendental body of the Lord mocked the beauty of the Kal mountain. The Kal mountain is very beautiful, dressed by the evening sky, but the yellow dress of the Lord mocked its beauty. There is a gold on the summit of the mountain, but the Lord's helmet, bedecked with the jewel, mocked it. The mountains whirl for herbs, etc., with a panorama of the flowers seen like a garland, but the Lord's gigantic body and his hands and legs decorated with the jewel, pearl, tulsi leaves and flower garlands mark the scene of the one. This is Garbhodaksha Vishnu, the one who is creation. This is description of that Vishnu. As the sandalful tree is decorated with the fragrant flowers and branches, Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe. And as a sandalwood tree is covered with many snakes, so the Lord's body was also covered by hoods of the Anant. So this is all from third canto quotation. Lord Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu is also known as Sahasra Shirsha Purusha. Very clear and one line. This Sahasra Purusha is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. It's a Virat Rupa, I already told you this. The Vishwarup is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. One who created one universe. Okay? From the lake of Sahasra Purusha, from the lake of his navel spring lotus on which the Lord Brahma was generated, Atri and son of the Lord Brahma were the qualified as his father. So this is Garbhodaksha Vishnu is a universal form imagined by neophyte. Okay? Is it clear? Two places, two Purusha. Paramatma is already described in chapter 2, last 5 verses. Now the two other are described. So 3 Purusha avatar are described. Is it okay? Yes.
So the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he has innumerable forms because there's innumerable universes, right?
Garbhodaksha Vishnu is?
Like there are many Garbhodaksha Vishnus. because
Yeah, in
there are
each
many-
universe there is a one Garbhodaksha
and
Vishnu.
there are
Yes.
innumerable universes.
Yes. Yes.
So there are many Garbhodakshas.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So if that Garbhodaksha Vishnu's universal form is imagined by neophytes and also in Bhagavad Gita, for Arjuna to see it, he had to get not the divine eyes but the celestial eyes.
So,
By demigod's eyes. So then here in this verse, then this word Bhadra is called is like a spiritual eyes, perfect.
say, well, I'm asking you question. Arjun's original eyes to see Krishna are higher than the Krishna gave him Divya Drishti, divine eyes to see universal form. Which is higher? First is higher because he see the Krishna as a Shyama Sundar. And Chakravarti Krishna says the only eyes, not the mind. He has not given him divine mind. He only gave him divine eyes. So, the Arjun's eyes to see as a Krishna as a friend are higher. They are actually spiritual eyes. But he has given the material divine eyes which demigod can use. So he saw the universal form. On that universal form, all the demigods are situated. Each demigods are on the universal form of the Lord. You know, from the tongue, say from the eyes of universal form comes the sun god which preside over the eye of a living entity. From the mouth of the universal form comes the fire god which preside over the tongue of the human being. So this is something in second canto you will know. From the universal form's limb, some demigod will come that preside over one particular sense of a living entity. You understand what I said? Universal form. From particular limb, some demigod will manifest who will control some particular sense of a human being. That called Adi Devik, on the human body, Adi Devik. Our body, in our hand, Indra is there. In our leg, Vishnu is working. You know, every part of our body has some portion of the demigod presiding over. You know this? Ashwini Kumar in the ears and nose. And so this they are coming from where? From Virat Rupa. This will come in second canto. Okay, verse number 5. Etannanavataranam nidhanam bijam avyayam yasyan sansena सृजन्ते देवत्र्यन्नाराध्य. Nar Adya means human being another. This form, the second manifestation of the Purush, this form, now it is a clear incarnation are coming from second. See this now? This form, second manifestation of Purush, is the source of indestructible seed of multifarious incarnation within the universe. See, earlier Prabhupada has written, all the incarnations are coming from Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Now this verse says all incarnations are coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Then how will we reconcile? One is father, one is son, so it is same thing. Anuruddha, Pradyumna, father and son is same thing. Just we it makes sense now? Yes, same.
But I thought the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is coming from
Shankar.
Shankar.
Yes.
And then Pradyumna is,
Pradyumna to the Garbhodakshaya,
and then
Anuruddha to the Kshirodakshaya.
the grandson is.
Oh, this is Bhagavatam 10th canto. Krishna from Rukmani has a son Pradyumna, and then Pradyumna has a son Aniruddha. So they are like father and son. This is what Jiva Goswami has given. They are one. You know, father, what his father says the son is one thing. So translation. He is the indestructible source of various avatars. His expansion is Brahma, and Brahma's expansions are Marichi and others. Through them the Lord created the devatas, animals and human beings. So what Prabhupada, what Chakravarti Pad is writing is sequence of creation from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So Garbhodakshaya Vishnu creates Brahma. Brahma creates Marichi and other Prajapatis. And then they create different devatas, animals and other things. Brahma creates all this. So this is the description given by Chakravarti Pad. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Purusha, after creating innumerable universes in the Mahat Tattva, entered in each of them as the second Purush, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. When he saw that within the universe there was only darkness and the space without a resting place, he filled half of the universe with water from his own perspiration and laid down on the same water. This water is called Garbhodak. Garbha Udak. Udak means water. Udak means water. So Udak word is coming in your mind somewhere. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. What the purpose served by one small well is served by one pond. Can you know?
Yeah.
Huh? Udak word is there. Huh? Yavan udupane samplota udaki. The word is exactly there. So udak means water. Reservoir of water, udak. And Garbha means created by his body. Garbha actually means the one who is going to create everything. Then from his navel the stem of lotus flower exploded on the flower petals. The birth of Brahma, the master of the engineer of the universal plan, took place. Brahma became the engineer of the universe, and the Lord himself took the charge of maintenance of the universe as a Vishnu. Brahma was generated from the Rajoguna of the Prakriti, or the mode of passion and nature, and Vishnu become the Lord of the mode of goodness. Vishnu, being transferred to all the modes, is always aloof from the materialistic affection. This has already been explained. Now, from Brahma, there is a Rudra, Shiva, who is in charge of mode of ignorance or darkness. He destroys the whole creation by the will of Lord. Therefore, all three, namely Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are incarnation of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Okay. This other information for your memory and understanding. So all Guna Avatar are the expansion of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. All Guna Avatar are manifestation of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Is it okay?
So in that case, Vishnu would be Shiva Daksha Vishnu from Garbha Daksha.
It says from Garbhodaksha Vishnu these three are coming.
And now, Aniruddha to Shiva Daksha Vishnu are also coming.
But the one who, again, the same thing is interchangeable. From Brahma, the other demigod like Daksha, Marichi, Manu, and many other become incarnated to generate the living entities within the universe. This Garbhodaksha Vishnu is glorified in the Veda in the form, in the hymns of Garbha Stuti, which begin with the description of Lord as having the Garbha Stuti. This is called Purusha Sukta. It's a Purusha Sukta. Garbha Stuti is Purusha Sukta, which begin with the description of Lord as having thousands of heads. Sahasra Shrikha Purusha. The Garbhodaksha Vishnu is the Lord of the universe, and although he appears to be lying within the universe, he is always transcendental. This also has already been explained. The Vishnu, who is the plenary portion of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, is super soul of universe, and he is known as maintainer of the universe or Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Now it's the expansion of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Aniruddha, and that is also one aspect. Originally they are coming from there, but then this whole creation from one Vishnu, other Vishnu is like that.
I think just like Sadashiv enters the universe through Brahma, like it enters through Brahma. It's not that they don't exist earlier. Whenever they come into the world, they come through someone. And Vara came from Brahma. It's not that Vara is the
Bridge.
The Vishnu is the so Paramatma is the expansion of the Garbhodaksha. This says here as the three incarnation. Okay. So the three features of the original Purusha are thus understood, and all the incarnation within the universe are emanating from Kshirodaksha. Now again Prabhupada says from Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Okay? In different millennia there are different incarnations, and they are innumerable, although some of them are very prominent, such as Matsya, Kurma, Varha, Ram, Narsingha, Vaman, and many others. These incarnations are called Leela incarnation. Then there are qualitative incarnations, such as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, who take charge of the different modes of material nature. Lord Vishnu is not different from the personality of Godhead. Lord Shiva is in the marginal position between the personality of Godhead and the living entities, or Jiva. Brahma is always Jiva Tattva. The highest pious living entity, being, or the greatest devotee of the Lord, is empowered with the potency of Lord for creation and is called Brahma. His power is like the power of the sun reflected in the valuable stone or jewels. When there is no such living being to take charge of the post of Brahma, Lord himself becomes a Brahma and takes charge of the post. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living being. He is the plenary portion of Lord, but become Lord Shiva is in direct touch with material nature. He is not exactly in the same transcendental position as Lord Vishnu. The difference is like that between milk and yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but milk, and yet it cannot be used in place of milk. The next incarnations are Manus, within 1 day of duration of life of Brahma, which is calculated by the solar years as this much. There are 14 Manus, therefore, there are 420 Manus in 1 month of Brahma, and 5,040 Manus in 1 year of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years of his age, and therefore there are this many number of Manus in duration of Brahma's life. There are innumerable universes with one Brahma in each of them, and all of them are created and annihilated during the breathing time of the Purusha, which means Karunaksha Vishnu. Therefore, one can simply imagine how many millions of Manus are during one breath of Purusha. Manu who are prominent within this universe are as follows. Yagna as Swayambhu Manu, the Vibhu as Swarvishcha Manu, Satyasen as Uttam Manu, Hari as a Tamas Manu, Vaikunt as a Revat Manu, Ajit as a Chakshas Manu, and Vaman as Vivasvatra Manu. The present age is under the Vivasvat Manu. The Sarvabhauma as Sarvani Manu. What Prabhupada is giving is, he is giving the list of the 14th Manu and 1 day of Brahma, and each Manvantar avatar of that Manvantar. So like this, Yajna is the Manvantar avatar during Swayambhu Manu's time. Vibhu is the Manvantar avatar during Sarvarochish Manu. Satyasen was the Manvantar avatar during Uttam Manu. Hari as a Tamas Manu and Vaikunt as a Revat Manu. And Ajit as Chakshush Manu when there was a churning of the milk ocean. And then Vaman is now 7th Manu. Vaman Dev is incarnation. Manvantar, Vaman Dev is a Manvantar incarnation for 7th Manu. So there is a list of the Manvantar avatar now. These are the names of one state of 14 Manu covering so many solar years as described above. Then there are Yuga avatar, the incarnation of millennia. Yuga avatar are known as Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. The incarnation of each Yuga are different in color. Colors are white, red, black and yellow. In the Dwapar Yuga, the Krishna was black color. And Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appeared in a yellow color. So all the incarnation of Lord are mentioned in the revealed scripture. There is no scope for an impostor to become an incarnation, for an incarnation must be mentioned in the Shastra. An incarnation does not declare himself to be an incarnation of the Lord, but great sages agree by the symptoms mentioned in the revealed scripture. The feature of incarnation and the particular type of mission which he has to execute are mentioned in the revealed scriptures. Apart from the direct incarnation, there are innumerable empowered incarnations. They are also mentioned in the revealed scripture. Such incarnations are directly as well as indirectly empowered. When they are directly empowered, they are called incarnation. But when they are indirectly empowered, they are called vibhutis. Directly incarnation, indirectly vibhuti. Directly empowered incarnation are Kumara, Narad, Prithu, Sesh, Anant, etc. As far as vibhutis are concerned, they are very explicitly explained in Bhagavad Gita in Vibhuti Yoga chapter 10. And for all these different types of incarnation, the fountainhead is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Now see again. We have 4 times to extend. It means both, you write any one, both are correct. Alright?
So which one is the red?
Previously it was said that Lord was complete with 16 parts. This verse shows that though he acts as a source, bijam, he is equal to many seeds. Therefore he is called storeroom or treasure, nidhanam. He is the Amsi, the source of avatar, who will be discussed in this chapter. And he is eternal, avyayam. His part is Brahma, and Brahma's part are Marichi and others. By them the Lord created of Devatas and others. The Devatas are considered the Lord's vibhutis. Okay, Devatas are vibhutis. Devatas are vibhutis. Okay? Now, what Jiva Goswami says. He says, in order to make Bhagavan clear, his being the source of various avatars arising from the second Purush, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, very clear. Vishnu is described in this verse. Situated within the universe, he is the eternal shelter of all, as the ocean in the shelter of all water bodies. He is without destruction and the source of birth, bijam. So, Garbhodakshai Vishnu is the source of all incarnation. So now next session is verse 6 to 27. Description of 22 incarnation of God that appear within the universe, answer to question number 5. Leela Avatar. Yes, Prabhu, what is your name? Manasiksha. Okay, Manasiksha, Prabhu, what is your question?
So our question about the times in the purpose we've been given the breakdowns of how we compare Brahma's time to celestial years. So recently I was listening to the story of Jagannath, and they mentioned that the king Indradyumna went to invite Lord Brahma to come for the invitation, and he stayed there for a moment. When he came back, there were generations that had passed. So if we are told that Lord Brahma lives for 100 years in his time, if we were to come to our timeline, would he still live our 100 years, or is it a different set?
Generally, for each ages, the standard is 100 years. The 100 years for us is like 100 years we calculate. Same 100 years for demigod, their 1 day is equal to 1 year of us. Similarly, 100 years of Brahma has a different calculation. But 100 years are 100. But that Brahma's so expensive life of 100 years is equal to the one breath of Mahavishnu. So, ultimately, what you are saying, when Brahma came back, it was 1 year already passed. It means
So it means if I go to Lord Brahma's planet,
he never reached to Brahma. He never reached to his planet. He just came from demigod's planet back, it appears. Because 1 year is equal to 1 day of demigods. The 1 year here is equal to 1 day of demigod.
Brahma was also the temple.
Yeah, he.
So I'm asking, if I go to Brahma's planet and I live for 100
I
years,
can
we have
tell
the
you.
same lifespan.
I can tell you one joke and then we will go to next one. One person went to Brahma and said, "Your one moment is equal to million years of the earth." He said, "Yes." He said, then your $1 is equal to $1 million of this world? Brahma says, "Yes." He said, "Please give me $1. He said, "Wait for a minute." So if you wait for a minute of Brahma's time, your 19 generation disappear, or you are, so you'll never get that $1. So forget Brahma's age. Just prepare for Bhakti Vaibhav exam. Anyway, so now we have a list of 22 incarnations. And with a short, brief story. I think we can do couples today, and tomorrow we'll finish this chapter with the last section. I think there's a one last section after that, which ends for the 6th question. After Krishna disappeared, whose shelter Dharma has taken. And also it described, Sutta is saying, I am going to speak about you Bhagavatam, which I have just heard from Sukdev Goswami. Then the Sutta, and they ask 4 questions. When Bhagavatam was compiled, who compiled, by whose inspiration. So then the 4th chapter will start. So we'll finish today. So let's do something. Verse number 6. Saeva prathamam deva Kaumaram saragam ashritaha Chachara duscharam brahma Brahmacharyam akhanditam. Speaking about the first incarnation of the Kumara. So first of all, in the beginning of creation, there were the 4 unmarried sons of Brahma, the Kumaras, who being situated in the vow of celibacy, underwent severe austerities for realization of absolute truth. They are called Gyan Avatar, incarnation of knowledge, or Vidya. See, Chakravarti Pad is making things clear. Garbhodakshai Vishnu made his appearance in the Kumaras. So Garbhodakshai Vishnu expand himself as Kumara, as Shakti Avesh Avatar. They are Shakti Avesh Avatar. Becoming brahmacharis, they undertook continuous severe vow of brahmacharya. Prabhupada's purport. The creation of the material world is effected, meant, and then again annihilated at a certain interval. So there are different names of creation in terms of particular type of Brahma, the father of the living and beings in the creation. There are different names of the creation. Different names of the creation. In the term of particular type of Brahma, the father of living beings in the creation. Kumaras are above mentioned, appeared in the Kumar creation of the material world. It means there are different creation by different Brahmas. So there's a Kumar creation. This was a Kumar creation. And to teach us the process of Brahma realization, they underwent severe type of disciplinary actions as bachelors. These Kumaras are empowered incarnation. And before executing the severe type of disciplinary action, all of them become qualified Brahmanas. This example suggests that one must first acquire the qualification of a Brahman, not simply by birth, but also by quality. And then one can undergo the process of Brahma realization. Chakravarti writes, now the avatars starting from Kumar are described. Padmanabh, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who carries out creation of the Devatas and other through the portion of his portion, Brahma, made his appearance in the Kumara. Kumaram Saragama Shritaha, become Brahmanas, Brahma. They undertook vow of abstinence, Brahmacharyam Chachar. This means that they preach this by their conduct to the world. The world first, second, etc. are only enumerating avatar and not indicating exact chronology of avatar. So now we say second, third, they are not in chronological order. They are simply counting. So next avatar.
Here you mentioned Brahma made his appearance in the Kumaras.
Brahma from his mind created 4 Kumaras. Brahma created Kumaras. So Kumara is called, now I am telling you, but it's not, this third canto says, Kumara is a, so let me say something. Creation is of 2 types. Prakritik and Vaikarik. Prakritik means by Vishnu and Vaikarik means by transformation. So the creation by Lord Vishnu is 16 items. That is Prakritik. There are 6 types. Then 3 types are by Brahma, they are Vaikarik, in which there are demigods, there are human beings, there are lower animals. There are 3 types like that. So Kumar is both Prakritik and Vaikarik. The creation of the Kumar is considered Vaikarik as well as Prakritik. Because it's said that because Kumar was, this is Sarge. Sarge means by Vishnu. Sarga means Vishnu. And then Brahma created from his mind. Visarga. So this is a creation of both types. Kumara is counted in both types. So therefore, our Jiva Goswami writes in Sandarbha, speaking of avatar in detail, Sutta enumerate in 20 verses the appearance of the original form and expansion in order to say that they are one. They were referred to Purusha, who was described as having 1,000 feet. It means Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and who lies on the water. This is in agreement with the conclusion, Upasanghar. Ete chansha kalaha Purusha. So this Purusha is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. All incarnations are coming from him except Krishna, who is the source of all. These are the Ansa and Kala of the Purusha. Kaumaram refer to the 4 Kumaras. Next verse. 7. Dvaitam to bhavayasya rasatal gatam mahim udarasyam upadata yagnesha sukaram vapuho. So this you can, by words you can understand. Second incarnation was Lord Varadev, who lifted the earth from the Garbh ocean. So supreme enjoyer of all sacrifice, which means Yajna avatar, accepted incarnation of both, the second incarnation, and for the welfare of the earth, he lifted the earth from the netherland region of the universe, from Rasatal. This is not from the Garbh ocean, from Rasatal. for its welfare took the form of a boar. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The indication is that for yes. What is the question? We are 14 here. 15. Yes, what is the question? Nothing? Okay. Yes?
The first creation was the Kumaras.
First creation of?
The first incarnation was the Kumaras. Because now you're saying the second incarnation was Varaha.
First was Kumara.
But I thought the first was Matsya.
Say what we said here is, these are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's not chronological order. There is among the 10, Matsya is first. When you say 10 incarnation, then first is Matsya. When you count all, Kumara is first. Okay. The indication is that of each and every incarnation of personality of Godhead, particular function executed is also mentioned. There cannot be any incarnation without a particular function, and such functions are always extraordinary. They are impossible for any living being to perform. The incarnation of boar was so to take the earth out of the plateau's region of filthy water. Picking up something from a filthy place is done by a boar, and the all-power person of God had displayed his power to the asuras who had hidden the earth in such filthy place. There is nothing impossible person of God, and although he played the part of a boar, by the devotee he is worshipped, staying always in a transcendence. His activity is described by the word, he lifted up the earth for its welfare. Each avatar has some particular function. Next, verse number 8. Trityam rishi sargam Vaideva rishitam Upetyaha satantram Satvatam achishta Naishkarmayam karmanam yataha. So who is the third incarnation? In the millennium of rishis, the person of God had accepted the third and power incarnation in the form of Dev Rishi Narad, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected exposition of Vedas, which deals with the devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive actions. Naichkarmyam. So incarnation of Nard is for devotional service from the Vedas. So one thing is written in Chakravarti Padis, Lord making his appearance among sages as Narad, producing the Pancharatra scripture, from which one learns how devotional activities free one from bondage of karma. So Narad gave Pancharatra scripture. From where he got Pancharatra in scripture? Naranarayan. His presiding deities are spiritual masters. Srila Prabhupada writes, the great Rishi Narad, who is an empowered incarnation of the personal Godhead, propagate devotional service all over the universe. All great devotees of Lord all over the universes in different planets and species of life are his disciple. Okay, Srila Vyasadeva, the compiler of the Srimada Bhagvatam, is also one of his disciples. Narad is the author of Narad Pancharatra, which is the exposition of Veda, particularly for devotional service to the Lord. This Narad Pancharatra trained the karmis, or fruitive workers, to achieve liberation from bondage of fruitive work. The conditioned souls are mostly attracted by fruitive work because they want to enjoy life by a sweat of their own brows. Sweat of their own brows. Sweat of their own brows. Sweat of means by their hard labor. Sweat of their own brows. Yeah, when we went to take prasad, those who were in line, they were actually enjoying the sweat of their own brows. Enjoying sweat of the own brows. The whole universe is full of fruitive workers in all species of life. The fruitive workers include all kinds of economical development plans. But the law of nature provides that every action has its reluctant reaction, and the performer of the work is bound up by such reaction of good or bad. The reaction of good work is comparative material prosperity, whereas the reaction of bad work is comparative material distress. But material condition, either in so-called happiness or so-called distress, are all meant ultimately for distress only. Foolish materialists have no information of how to obtain eternal happiness in the unconditional state. See, Nard informed these foolish fruitive workers how to realize the reality of happiness. He gives direction to the diseased man of the world, how one's present engagement can lead one to the path of spiritual emancipation. Who he told the karmis doing yajna to become devotee? Prachin Barhit. Fourth canto, Prachin Barhit. The physician directs the patient to take treated milk in the form of yogurt for his suffering from the indigestion due to his taking another milk preparation. So this is the analogy. This may be in your question. So everybody is interested in fruitive work. Nard will ask them to do the same work for pleasing Krishna. So they have a disease from milk. He is giving the yogurt to treat that disease. So the person is suffering from milk, having diarrhea, you eat the yogurt to treat that. So they are karmis, they want to perform yajna. He said you perform sankirtan yajna. So they do the same thing, but they are cured. That's what it means. So the cause of the disease and the remedy of the disease may be the same, but it must be treated by an expert physician like Nard. The Bhagavad Gita also gives the same solution for serving the Lord by the fruits of one's labor that will lead one to the path of less karma or liberation. Where is that in Bhagavad Gita? Yat karosi yata snari jahosi yata siddhyatavasasi kontat kurushu madharpanam. The Lord, making his appearance among the sages as Nard, made the Pancharatra text. From these one can learn that devotional activities will liberate one from bondage of karma. Oh, it's very simple. We can do 10 incarnations today and then we leave it. Becoming sage, okay. What is the problem? Battery power 5%. Becoming a sage, Narad, he produced the Vaishnava Sattvatam, Pancharatra scriptures, Vaishnava Tantra, from which the activities of devotees performing bhakti, which produce freedom from karma, being separated from karma, by being free from bondage of karma, is made clear. Anyway, it's okay. Verse number 9. Torya dharma kala sarge nara narayana varishi bhutvatma upasammopetam akrodha duscharam tapaha. In the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nar and Narayan, the twin son of wife of King Dharma. The name of the wife is Murti. Murti. Murti is the mother of Nar Narayan, and Dharma is father. You go to the Badrika ashram, Nar Narayan is doing their austerities, and 2 kilometers on the far side of Narayan temple, there is a Murti temple. Temple for Mother Murti. Once in a year, Nar Narayan go to visit his mother. A big festival. But Narayan don't go. He says he sent his representative Uddhav to go there.
So only Nara is
Uddhav is a representative of Narayana in Badrika Ashram. And Narad is Narad is a main worshipper of the Badrika Ashram. He lives as a Narayan Shila. Narad Shila. Narad is a main worshipper there in Badrika Ashram. This will come in 5th canto. Thus he undertook severe exemplary penance to control the senses. Fourth, appearing in the wife of Dharma, he became Nar-Narayan and performed severe activities which give peace to the soul.
Is Nar-Narayan different personality?
Huh?
Is Nar-Narayan the same personality or different?
There are two persons, but both are considered the incarnation, Nar and Narayan. There are two personalities.
So among
They are doing austerities there.
both are undergone severe austerities.
Huh?
Both of them.
Both of them are
Severe
incarnation.
austerities.
Yes. And they said they were Arjuna and Krishna in a previous life. And there was a 1,000-handed demon. So one day Narayan was cutting the two arms, other day Nar was cutting the two arms. When he had two arms left, he ran away. He came as a Karna. And it was turn up for Nar to kill him. So Arjuna has to kill Karna and Krishna has to simply tell him. So this is the story of Nar-Narayan connected with Karna and Sesapal.
To show you the sun god and the Kunti got the Karana as a son from the sun god.
Huh?
Because when he ran, he took the shelter of sun god, Surya Devata, and when Surya Devata appeared in front of Kunti and Shiva asking, so Surya Devata thought of delivering him into the field. So that's how he came in front of Arjuna.
So this is the story of the
Narayan.
yeah. So as the king Rishabha advised his son Tapasya, Tapo Divyam Putraka, in 5th chapter, voluntary acceptance of penance and realization of the transcendence is the only duty of the human being. It was so done by the Lord himself in an exemplary manner to teach us. The Lord is very kind to the forgetful soul. He therefore comes himself and leaves behind necessary instruction and also sends his good sons as representative to call all the conditioned soul back home, back to God. Recently, within the memory of everyone, Lord Chaitanya also appeared for the same purpose, to show special favor to fallen souls of this age of iron industry. The incarnation of Narayan is worshipped still at Badri Narayan on the range of Himalayas. Okay. Turiya means fourth. Dharma Kala, part of Dharma, refer to the wife of Dharma. Since the Shruti says, Ardhova Esha Atmano Ya Patni, the wife is half of the oneself. Appearing in her, Sarge, he become the two sages. They are considered one avatar. 10. Panchamam Kapilo Nama Siddheshah Kala Vipultam Provacha Suryaye Sankyam Tattva Grama Vinirnayam. The fifth incarnation, named Lord Kapil Dev, is foremost among the perfected beings. He gave an exposition of the creative elements and metaphysics to the Asuri Brahman, who in course of time this knowledge had been lost. Fifth, he became Kapil, best of the perfect beings. He spoke to Asuri Brahman the philosophy of Sankhya, which defined various principles of existence which had become lost with time.
Asuri Brahmana means demonic
Huh?
Brahmanas? Asuri Brahmanas.
They are maybe the name with a caste Asuri, surname Asuri Brahmanas, like we call Kanyakumaj Brahmana from Kanoj Brahmana from Tiruhattu Brahman from Tiruhatta. The areas, different areas, maybe mostly, probably some place.
What is the difference between
Siddha is one who has mastered the yoga and got a mystic powers. They are called Siddha. Siddha means having mystic powers. The sum total of creative elements is 24 in all. Each and every one of them is explicitly explained in the system of Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy is generally called metaphysics by European scholars. The etymological meaning of Sankhya is that which is explained very lucidly by analysis of the material elements. This was done by the first time Lord Kapila, who is said herein to be the fifth in the line of incarnation. The Asura is the name of a Brahman. Kapil spoke to the Brahman named Asuri. His name was Asuri. Asuri means, oh brave man, come here. Asuri. Suri means brave. Okay, I think it is enough for today. Huh?
Yes.
Tired. Okay, Hare Krishna. We have gone only 2 hours, 1 minute.